Imagine for a moment you're on an airplane. The flight attendant mentions, in case of an emergency, please put on your oxygen mask before assisting others. This isn't just a safety tip for flying, it's a metaphor for life. Too often, the idea of taking care of oneself is crammed into the selfish drawer when, in fact, it's the most generous thing you can do. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? Today, let's refill your cup. Not with lukewarm coffee leftovers, but with rich, aromatic, life-enhancing self-care practices. Ready? Self-care isn't just about spa days and chocolate cakes, though let's be honest, those are nice too. It's about setting boundaries, recognizing your needs, and giving yourself permission to meet them. It's about laughing more, stressing less, and embracing the beautiful mess of being human. Buckle up, we're diving into the art of turning self-care from a luxury into a lifestyle. Self-care is often pictured as indulging in a hot bath with a glass of wine, but it's so much more. It's about taking actions to maintain or improve one's own health and happiness. This involves physical, mental, and emotional practices. It's not about being self-centered. It's about being centered in oneself. There are many myths about self-care. It's selfish, it's a luxury, it's for the weak. All false. Real self-care is a vital component of a balanced life. It keeps us functioning at our best, which allows us to better support others. Why is self-care important? Because you're important. Your well-being directly affects your ability to love, work, and live fully. Taking care of yourself isn't just a nice to have, it's essential for sustaining a vibrant, joyful life. Psychology and neuroscience tell us that self-care rituals activate the body's relaxation response. This helps reduce stress and prevent chronic stress-related illnesses. It's science. When we take care of ourselves, our body rewards us with longevity and better health. Studies demonstrate that self-care practices like meditation, exercise, and proper sleep can lead to significant improvements in mental health, physical health, and overall productivity. It's not just about feeling good in the moment. It's about creating a sustainable foundation for future happiness and success. One interesting fact is that engaging in self-care can boost creativity. When your mind is free from the clutter of stress, it's able to think more freely and creatively. It's like giving your brain a mini vacation every time you take time for yourself. Setting boundaries is perhaps the most crucial act of self-care. It is not about being harsh or unkind, but about respecting your own needs and limits. When I first began to set boundaries, it felt like I was the villain in my own story. But truly, it was about becoming the hero of my own well-being. Learning to say no is an art. At first, it was tough. People expect you to always say yes. But I learned that saying no was not just okay. It was necessary. It was an affirmation of my worth and dedication to my health. Boundaries help us define what we are comfortable with and how we want to be treated by others. They are not walls, but the gates to our personal gardens. They keep the good in and the bad out, allowing us to flourish in our own space. Mindfulness might sound like a fancy buzzword, but it's actually quite simple. It's about being fully present in the moment, without overreacting or being overwhelmed by what's happening around us. This can mean noticing the texture of the food you eat, really listening when someone is speaking, or feeling the air against your skin as you walk. Mindfulness has roots in meditation, but it isn't all about sitting quietly. You can practice mindfulness while washing dishes, walking your dog, or even during a hectic meeting. It's about engaging fully with the present moment and accepting it without judgment. My journey with mindfulness began in a stressful phase of life. It was either learn to be present or continue being a bundle of nerves. I started with just 5 minutes a day of sitting quietly, focusing on my breath. It wasn't easy, but it taught me a valuable lesson. Life is happening now, not in yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's worries. Saying no might be the most underrated self-care tactic. It's also one of the hardest. We live in a culture that glorifies busyness, where being overbooked is often worn as a badge of honor. But here's the truth. Every yes is a no to something else. Usually, that something else is you. The challenge lies in the guilt associated with saying no. We fear missing out, or worse, disappointing others. But when we clutter our lives with obligations that don't serve us, we drain the energy that could be used for things that truly matter, like our health and happiness. Tips for saying no? Start small. Decline an invitation with kindness or push a non-urgent meeting to a later date. Remember, saying no isn't just about refusing things you don't want to do. It's about saying yes to yourself. Food is not just fuel, it's comfort, celebration, and a way to connect with others. However, it's also a vital part of self-care. Eating well can boost your energy, improve your mood, and even strengthen your mental clarity. Try to see eating as an opportunity to nourish not just your body, but also your soul. Choose foods that make you feel good both immediately and in the long term. It doesn't mean you need to eat perfectly all the time. Instead, aim for a balance that makes you feel vibrant and alive. In my own life, shifting my focus from dieting to joyfully eating food that I love and that loves me back made a world of difference. It turned mealtime from a source of stress into a daily highlight. Food, when chosen lovingly, can be one of the most delightful forms of self-care. Exercise is often sold to us as a way to look good, but its real gift is to make us feel good. Regular physical activity can elevate your mood, sharpen your focus, and even help you sleep better. And it doesn't have to be grueling. The best exercise is the one you enjoy and can sustain long term. Incorporating movement into your day can be fun. Dance while you vacuum, take a walking meeting, or stretch during a TV show. It's about being creative and making movement a seamless part of your life. Personally, I found my groove with yoga. It wasn't love at first stretch, but learning to appreciate what my body could do, rather than how it looked, was transformative. Movement became a celebration, not a punishment. We often wear our ability to function on minimal sleep as a badge of honor. But let's set the record straight. Sleep is not for the weak, it's for the wise. Good quality sleep is crucial for our physical and mental health and for our emotional resilience. Skimping on sleep can affect everything from your metabolism to your mood to your immune system. Conversely, prioritizing sleep can enhance your problem-solving skills and creativity, help manage stress, and even improve your relationships. Tips for better sleep? Create a relaxing bedtime routine, keep your bedroom cool and dark, and try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Think of it as setting an appointment with your pillow, and keep it sacred. As humans, we're social creatures. Even for the introverts among us, connections with others play a huge part in our overall well-being. Self-care isn't just about solo activities, it also involves nurturing relationships that make you feel supported and valued. Balancing personal time with social time can be tricky. It's important to listen to your needs. Some days you might need solitude, while other days you're rejuvenated by company. The key is to remain intuitive to your own energy levels and needs. I found that building a small but strong circle of friends and family who understand and respect my need for both connection and alone time has been invaluable. These relationships are my safety net on tough days and a source of joy and laughter on good days. Remember when you were a kid and you could spend hours just playing? Somewhere along the way, we lose that sense of play in the hustle of adulthood. Reclaiming hobbies that light you up is a crucial element of self-care. Hobbies can act as a release valve from the pressures of daily life. They give us something fun to focus on, which can be incredibly therapeutic. Whether it's painting, hiking, knitting, or playing guitar, make time for what delights you. Personally, rediscovering photography has allowed me to connect with the world in new ways. It's not about being good at it, it's about enjoying the process and seeing the world through a lens of curiosity and creativity. In our hyper-connected world, stepping away from our screens can feel like a radical act of self-care. The constant barrage of notifications and news can increase our stress and distract us from the present moment. Setting boundaries with technology can help you reclaim your time and mental space. Try designating tech-free hours or days. You might be surprised by how much more you notice and enjoy the world around you when you're not looking through a screen. I started with a simple rule: no phones at the dinner table. This small change helped me to be more present with my loved ones and to enjoy our time together more deeply. Gratitude, the gateway to contentment. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you. It's a practice that can shift your entire perspective on life. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we open ourselves up to a profound level of contentment and satisfaction. Cultivating a gratitude practice can be as simple as keeping a gratitude journal where you jot down things you're thankful for each day. This practice can anchor you in positivity, even on difficult days. My own gratitude practice has taught me to find joy in the small, everyday moments. The warmth of the sun, a good cup of coffee, a smile from a stranger. These moments add up to a rich, full life. Let's set the record straight. Self-care is not just for weekends or vacations. It's not a reward for surviving stress. It's a daily practice that helps to prevent stress from building up in the first place. One common myth is that self-care requires time and money. While it's wonderful to treat yourself to a spa day, everyday self-care can be simple and free. Taking a moment to breathe deeply, going for a walk, or turning off your phone are powerful acts of self-care. Understanding what self-care truly means can liberate you from these myths and help you to integrate meaningful practices into your everyday life. Self-care is personal. What works for one person may not work for another. That's why creating a routine that suits your specific needs is key. Start by identifying activities that help you feel recharged and centered. Consistency is important, but so is flexibility. Some days, your self-care could be a vigorous workout. Other days, it might be quietly reading a book. Listen to your body and mind and be willing to adapt your routine as necessary. Don't be afraid to experiment. Try new things and pay attention to how they make you feel. Remember, the goal of self-care is to enhance your well-being, so keep what works and modify what doesn't. You are your own best caretaker. Honor that role with kindness and curiosity. Self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. By taking the time to care for yourself, you are not being selfish. You are equipping yourself to be the best version you can be, for yourself and for others. It's about making a commitment to live your life with intention and joy. So start today, your future self will thank you.